Hey best friends, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about how I got to sing with none other than Diana Ross. So it started in 2015. One of the items on my grandma's bucket list was to sing with your favorite singer. Now her favorite singer was no longer alive, so I had to improvise and use my own favorite singer. And everyone who knows me, even if you don't really know me, but you've met me, you know Diana Ross is my favorite singer. She's my favorite everything, actually. Yeah, she's everything to me. I will fight your kid. I would fight my kid if I had one about Diana Ross. I used to fight people about Diana Ross. And I'm not too far from that person who I used to be, so don't try nothing about her. Anyway. So in 2015, she joined Twitter and she had a residency in Vegas, and she decided she was going to learn how to tweet. So she hired somebody, they started teaching her how to tweet, and I had already bought tickets to her show because, you know, I'm like a super fan. So when I saw that she was tweeting, I, of course, was all over it. And then she was like, well, I'm going to have a contest. I'm going to ask a series of questions, and if you answer them correctly and I see your tweet first, you know you'll win tickets to the show. So obviously I'm like, I know everything about her. I'm going to win this. So she asked the first few questions. Now, mind you, Twitter's algorithms, like how they work, you can answer the question first, but like if 6 other people answered it like within a millisecond of you, yours is like bumped out. So I kept answering the questions correctly, but it was like bumping me out and like somebody else will win the tickets. And it was for different dates. So I was getting like really pissed off and really discouraged. So on the final question that she asked, I went ahead and answered it, and I just put my phone down like, dang, it don't matter. I'm already got, you know, I already have tickets for the show, whatever. So I'm not even going to worry about it. Then my phone notifications went off, and I picked it up like, and it said, Diana Ross liked your tweet. Diana Ross mentioned you. And I'm like, is this real? Like, did she mention me? My name? Facts of Diamond? Is that who she mentioned? So I got my composure and I went back on Twitter, and it was like, congratulations. You got it. And when that tweet flashed my screen, I turned 3 different shades of blue. I tell you, I was as happy as I have ever been. The only time I'm gonna be happy is when Jesus comes to take me home. Do you hear me? That is it. So I ran upstairs to tell my current friend at the time, like, I got it. I'm going to see Diana Ross. And she farted. On my news, like, because I woke her up out of her sleep, but I didn't even care. I was so excited that I won these tickets. So I couldn't find nobody to go with me, and I had 2 tickets, and another girl who won the ticket, she was actually going to be in town at the same time, and she had won the tickets for the night before I go. So, you know, everyone's on Twitter is like writing me like, oh, are you going to be able to go? They're trying to see like, if I can't go, I'm like, I'm going. I don't care, come hell or high water. I'm going to this show. I don't care if I'm missing a limb. I'm in there. Like, you cannot have my ticket. I'm sorry. So the time come, and I'm getting ready. You know, I find my dress. It was this beautiful dress. It was like red, and it had a cape. Like, I went back to the old Supreme days. I was like, yes, I'm in here. I know all her songs, all the Supreme songs. Like, I'm in here. So I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm talking to my friends. Everybody's trying to tell me, you know, oh, make sure you do this, make sure you do this. And my mama like, you better not embarrass me when you get in there. Like, don't cry and stuff, you know. Let her see how you do. You from where she from, you know. Rep our city or our state or whatever, because she's from Detroit and I'm from Ben Harbor / Grand Rapids. So I needed to be proud in there because I'm a young black girl from Michigan, just like she was at one point. So, you know, I hang out in Vegas, get all dressed up or whatever, and get ready for the show. And I'm like super nervous. I'm like, keep telling myself over and over again, like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, because I wanted to really savor the moment. But I really felt like I was gonna faint. Like, I kept thinking like, oh my gosh, as soon as I step on the stage, I'm gonna just fall out. I'm gonna just faint. I'm gonna just like pass out. And so when the show started, or when I got my tickets, her manager came up and was like, you know, who are you with? And I was like, oh, I don't have anyone, you know, it's just me by myself or whatever. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. He was like, well, your ticket was for like in the balcony, but my person didn't show up either, so you can sit with me. And he was sitting all the way down in the front. So I'm like, yes, 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 thank you, I will do that. So we get up to the front and the show start, and you know I'm live. And if you ever been to a Diana Ross concert, probably most of y'all haven't because y'all haters, but the people who have, thank you. You already know what I'm gonna say. When she stepped out on the stage, there is no lights. It ain't no curtains. It's a drop like that shows just your shadow. And she comes out so grand, and she just puts her arms up. And the whole crowd, I mean, she can bring a 300-pound cowboy down to his knees and have tears in his eyes when she steps out on the stage. That's how much stage presence she has. I was one of the people crying though. So I'm like living in this like luxury of, you know, euphoria, just like having my best experience that you could ever have at a concert. Like, I'm living, like, Beyonce fans know what I mean, because that's how I feel like the Beehive behaves. Like, I was with it. So I'm jamming, singing all her songs, dancing, everybody around me dancing. Then she starts singing All I Do Is Win. And when I heard her beat drop, I'm like, ah! And you know, it's a lot of white people in there who didn't know that song. You know, they're an older crowd. So they were kind of bopping, but didn't really know. But I knew, and I was like, all I do is win. And she was like, everybody hands. I was like, go up. You know, like everybody around me was laughing. And I'm like, y'all don't even know. Like, she's with the times. So she take a little break and she starts talking. And she goes, yeah, I've recently started tweeting. And, you know, explaining how she got into tweeting, and said that she did a little contest online or whatever, and that her contest winner was in the audience. And I'm like, that's me. I am here. She is here. Then she said, I want to have her come up. I looked at her manager and he was like, yeah, I ran past that man so fast. Like, and you know, I had a cape on. So it looked like I was like whoosh, like Superman, flying up on that stage. And I just kept thinking, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. So I ran up to her and I'm holding my stomach. Like, all I could do was like hold my stomach because I literally felt like I was gonna pass out. But the actor in me also felt like, you're on stage, get it together, don't embarrass yourself. And then my mother's voices in my background, like, don't embarrass me, don't embarrass our town, don't embarrass our state. So I'm like standing there real poised, like, hi, Miss Ross, how are you? And she's looking at me, she's like, you're so pretty. I'm like, you're so pretty. And then she starts talking to the crowd and she introduced me. She's like, what's your name? And I'm like, Diamond. And she was like, Diamond. And I was like, Diamond. And she was like, what a beautiful name. And I was like, thank you. And we just looking and gazing into each other's eyes. Then I answer a few questions and then she like whispered in my ear, like, do you want to sing with me? Do you want to sing with me? And I was like, yes. Yes, I do. So I stood up there, they started playing a beat, and she played I Will Survive, and I was, I will survive, like I was in heaven.
Here we go.
Then when the concert was over, I mean, mad people were like screaming my name, like they came to the concert to see Diamond and Diana. And I didn't come to the show with nobody, so I literally thought I made it. Like, I felt like I made it at that moment. Then after the show finished, I'm walking through the hallways with my cape just blowing and flying. I get back to my room, my friends are calling me like, Diamond, tell me what happened, how was it? And I'm just like, I can't even explain to y'all what I felt. Like, I can't explain to you what I actually felt. Like, I really feel like I'm on like cloud 9. I was tired, I was like cloud 20. Like, that was the best feeling I've ever had in my entire life. So the next day, get my stuff done, get packed up and everything, ready to go home. As soon as I sit in my seat to go home, I started bawling like a baby. And like, people around me was asking like, what's wrong, sweetie? Are you okay? And I was just like, I just sang with Diana Ross. Like, I sang with Diana Ross. Do you know how that feels? And they were like, oh my gosh, we couldn't even imagine. And I was like, you can't. It's not even something you can imagine. Like, you have to be there. And I am now officially in the elite club of the few people who has sang with the legendary Diana Ross. And it is a memory I will always cherish and never forget. So that's today's story time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, talk to you soon.